Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to CBMSP Music Studios, home office of TSOM, our brand, and our label, TSOM Records LLC, the International Sounds of Music. So welcome. Today is W.O.W, Women on Wednesday, Millionaire Music Artists. And we're featuring and we're hosting, not hosting, we're featuring Miss Tyra Savage. Somewhere along the lines, we may have forgotten to give you a plug on who Tyra Savage is. She's a Nigerian artist that's all across Nigeria, Lagos preferably, and she's on the Modern Records label. And she is our feature artist for today. And we'll be playing music in our background, some of her songs you'll hear in the background. So the people in the U.S. will get to know who she is. And also today, I'm doing South America because I've forgotten it somewhere along the line. And I'm reiterating, if that's a good word to choose, the fact that South America's colors are pink. So I'm bringing the color of pink to represent the continent of South America. And then I'm going to run through the 7 continents, which we're planning in our plans with our $30 billion world investment tour to bring our millionaire slash billionaire artists to these locations. But we're having our investors to invest in millionaires and a billionaire couple. So at the top of the line on Women on Wednesday, Millionaire Music Artists, we're in Africa, #1 continent. We're not in Africa, but our #1 continent is Africa. So we're featuring Miss Tyra Savage, also known in Nigeria as Tiwa Savage. And in our background, if you're listening well, she's been featured also in a song called Fever with the #1 artist in Nigeria, Lagos actually, is Wizkid. Just in case you haven't heard of him, listen to the song. It is hot on the charts and climbing notch by notch. How about that? It is hot. So anyway, I, like myself, I'm Mrs. Ali, owner producer of the downtown location of home office at 100 South 5th Street in Suite 1900, Minneapolis, Minnesota 55402. And our website, which is most important, is CABMSP Music Studios with an S.com. This is where we're building our label and our brand. And we're pushing it with hashtags. Hashtag TSOM everything. So as we're building our label, branding our own label, branding every piece of merchandise that you introduce to us, if, any of those that you haven't introduced to us, we're branding everything TSOM. So as we brand everything TSOM, we're bringing about our label, our brand in the 7 continents and abroad. As you come out to visit with us on our YouTube channel with Mr. and Mrs. Oli, OLI, on the YouTube channel. On the Instagram, we're CABMSP Music Studios, so you can plug in Mr. and Mrs. Oli, Mr. and Mrs. Oli, the official. Just look us up. And then on Facebook, they took us back to the year 2012 when we first got started as Create a Band, NMSP. That's Create a Band MSP, which it stands for. C is for the corporate office. That's where we started. C is for the corporate office. A is for the music literacy program. And B is for BBB. That's Building the Best Bands in Minneapolis and St. Paul. Now, as we created that scenery, we took it to another level Now we'll create a band in those locations, CAB and MSP music studios, as we create our and build our label, which is T-Song Records LLC. It's a lot to suck in and to consume, but that's how we got started, and that's how we're moving forward. We have also, I'd like to bring to your attention our land. We have pictures we're going to introduce to you on Friday when we bring the women and the men together, the millionaires and the billionaire couple together to introduce to you again and again as we do this Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Central Time and 9 p.m. Central Time. Check your clocks to see when we'll be in your area. So today we're on Instagram and YouTube, and we do demos. Today's series is Series 9, Part 1. Tonight we'll do Series 9, Part 2. So that way, if you didn't get it during the 11 o'clock broadcast in Central Time, you'll definitely get it tonight. And for Africa, that's about, the time is, our time in the U.S. is 9 o'clock. It's about 4 o'clock a.m. your time. And I know some of you will be awake at that time. You know, it's just a routine for you. So if you're awake at 4 a.m., plug in. Bring all up our African artists or just Nigerian people, period, or African people, period. Just tune in at 4 a.m. If not, you can get us in the daytime. Today we'll be on at, we're on at 6 your time if you're in Nigeria. We're broadcasting at 6 p.m. your time, which is 11 a.m. our time. And if you want to do the math, we go 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be 7 hours ahead of, we're 7 hours ahead of you. So it'll be 6 o'clock your time. But anyway, we're going to move right along. And Friday, as I mentioned, will be AOF, all on Friday, millionaire music artists, which will include men and women millionaires, and the billionaire couple, of course. And today, I'm going to bring to you, I'm going to bring the artists that are from abroad. I want to introduce those first, because we're featuring Miss Tyra Savage, known to Nigeria as Tiwa Savage. So I'm going to bring those to you today. And then tonight, of course, we're going to bring the American artists, because it'll be 9 o'clock p.m. in the U.S. So we'll bring the 9 o'clock artists, American artists, to you, so you know who they are. And as each time I come out, I always tell you who they are. So anyway, we're going to start at the top of the line. We just bring you the millionaires. We just tell you who they are. When you get to investing on our website, you have an option. You get to choose the artists. We'll put them out there. We'll feature buttons, PayPal buttons, next to their names, so you know these are the artists that you can invest in to be a part of the $30 billion world investment tour. These are the ones we will propose to them through the investment. We'll say to those invested artists, we have choices of you to propose. We're proposing to you, the artists, to do our $30 billion world investment tour. And then, as we propose to them, we're moving right along to the 7 continents. And then, like I said, this is our home office. This will be the last stop. Not the first, but the last stop. Because we'll go from the 7 continents, starting at number 1 is Africa. Number 2 is Antarctica. Number 3 is Asia. And number 4 is Australia. And number 5 is Europe. Number 6 is South America. I left it somewhere, so I decided to blend it in with the Christmas spirit and also the Thanksgiving spirit. So South America, I'm representing you and your color in pink. And then we'll be back to North America, which will be back to North America on Friday. We'll introduce North America again on Friday, which I want everybody to be a part of that, because I'm going to be showing you through videos the land that we have acquired. We got 2 more payments, and those 2 more payments in U.S. dollars is $1,000 each. we're good to go with 1,000 each. We can handle that before that 15th. Our deadline for our completion of our land purchase is December the 15th. And I'm figuring we'll be there because we've been getting some pretty good investments in our $30 billion tour. And we're featuring those millionaires because we want you to know that in order for the people to perform in these elaborate locations that we're choosing, we got over 40 um, total. We got stadiums and festival grounds. And we're starting out our tour on our own ground, which is that land I'll introduce and show to you tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, but on Friday. So come out, bring your friends, relatives, musicians preferably. I like for the musicians to come out because from an American standpoint, being that I have created a 22-piece big band, representing the Minnesota musicians. A lot of you know who I am, either through my faith or through my accomplishments or endeavors that I, challenged in the Minnesota area. But my biggest challenge today and always is to make sure that musicians are working. So in order to do that, I've created a $30 billion world investment tour. We're investors. We're investing in tour, but our front people are millionaire music artists. We want to feature those millionaire music artists, women and men, in our concerts. Because if we pick these huge venues, I mean really huge venues, we gotta be able to maintain spectatorship for big locations, because we got from 87,000 views on the stadium, 87,000 up to 150,000 for capacity for these locations. From the bottom lowest is 87,000, 87 is the least we got, up to 150,000. So anyway, what we're doing is making sure we got our start plug is our own land. We're going to start this $30 billion tour on our land that we'll show you on Friday. So anyway, let me get started. I like to start telling you who the artist is around 11:15 Central Time. So I'm just giving you some heads up before I get to introduce the artist to you. The not American artists, but the artists that are from abroad that we like to feature. Because we're going to be featuring artists across the board. Because we're covering 7 continents. We got we have 4 women I'm looking at. And as I keep hearing them, I got the 4 already laid out. The first 4 is, Mrs. Beyonce. She's the #1 artist, and her net worth is $355 million. So I figured she can handle it. She got that much money. She had been in some big venues across the country. I'm just getting some bigger venues, and maybe some she might have already did her thing in. And then next to her, we're bringing next to her, the next artist is Rihanna. Rihanna, I think she can handle it. She's Fenty everything. Fenty Savage, Fenty Beauty, Fenty. She can handle the audience because I've been watching her videos and I'm seeing how she interacts with the audience. I'm seeing how the people love her as a person. I see how they just gravitate to her. So she's next, and I'm trying to get them married off, Mr. and Mrs. How about Mr. and Mrs. Chris Brown, Rihanna, Mr. Chris Brown and Rihanna. I think they are a beautiful, loving couple, and the world has nothing to do with it because they love each other, and I think they should be together because they're singing to each other. So that's the second one, Miss Rihanna, the Fenty girl, Fenty lady. And then next to that we have Miss Tyra Savage. She's from Nigeria. I mentioned her before. She's the millionaire from that side of the world. And then I have another one. I just picked and added another one, and that's Miss Yami Alade. I haven't seen her in a live performance, being able to see that she can handle a crowd as big as they can come with the spectatorship. But her music, Her music and the fact that she dances and sings uh, is a plus. So I've added her. She will be tonight's feature on the 9 o'clock broadcast. Miss Yami Aladi will be my next featured artist, female artist, on tonight's broadcast. So anyway, that's the first four. Now, when I come back, thinking on Friday, we're going to mix it up on Friday. But coming Monday, when we get to Wednesday again, will be Wednesday again. So on Wednesday of next week, we'll have, I want to feature two more ladies that I have an interest in. And that is, I'm looking at two. I'm going to ask you guys to help me decide. Miss Nicki Minaj from the U.S. and the North American continent. And also, I'm very much looking at Miss Stefan London. Stefan London from the UK. She's mixed with a little bit of Jamaican sound. She got some Jamaican background. She got some Holland, Netherlands background, some Dutch speaking in it. But she's rapping with her Jamaican heritage. And she's hot. And I would like to hear from you. I'm going to put a poll out there to see how you guys like the match of Miss Stefan London, I like her name, and Miss Nicki Minaj together. Or how would you like Miss Stefan London and Miss Cardi B? I just want you to help me decide on that, because I'm gonna choose those two women. I know I'm gonna reach out for Miss Stefan London, and the choice in the U.S. and the North American continent is Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. You give me your feed on that. I think the match, now, because this is what I'm looking at. I'm watching their videos and everything to see how they interact. And I know that Miss Stefan London is pretty new, but she's already at 1.5 million, and that's good. She's just coming out, and she's blowing it. So I figure she and Miss Nicki Minaj from the North American continent in America, she's worth 75 million. So we're going to put that 1 against that 75, or we can put that 1.5 against that 4 million, which is Cardi B. Cardi B is hot. We know that she's hot in America. So let's see what you think, because I know that I'm going for Miss Stefan London. Look for me, Miss Stefan London. I watch your interview and everything. So anyway, let's keep it moving. I want to tell you who the artists are, the American artists. The abroad artists, sorry. Miss Adele. We know Miss Adele can handle things because she's worth 135 million, and in euros she's at 140 million euros, and she's from the UK. Then we have, I'm just going to add this on in. I normally do them separately, but I'll put them back in. DJ Cuppy, she's from Nigeria, and she's worth $20 million. She's just a DJ, and I know we're going to need a DJ because I'm looking at this group that's going to be, I'm coming at you, that's all. I don't know if you're going to be, but I'm coming at you to see if you can be, and that's this composers. They call the composers, and they play all the background music for the African artists. And I don't know if it's all of it, but they sound pretty good to me. They're composers with a Z. Compozers. I'm loving their sound. They're pretty sharp. And when we get to America, I have to rebuild and do this again, because you know how I am. Those that's been with me with the 22-piece big jazz big band. We coming as readers this time. When I screen this time, you better have your reading classes already set up, because that's where I'm headed. We got to be able to do this like that composers are doing it in Nigeria. So when you hit America, we need a live band, and you better be on point. Miss Penny Olive, a.k.a. Mrs. Olive. But anyway, let's keep it going. Miss Tyra Savage, we're featuring her today. She's at 11 million, and Nara, she's at 4.2 billion. Then we got Yami Aladi. We're featuring her tonight from Nigeria. She's at 4.8 million. And Nara, she's at 3.47 billion. Omawuni. Okay, that's another one. I'm looking at her. I kind of like her sound. She's at 3.3 million. And Nara, she's at 1.2 billion. Chadima from Nigeria, I like her sound. She's at 4.5 million. And Nara, she's at 1.64 billion. Saya Shea, I like her voice. Don't know what she does performance-wise, how she interacts with the crowd and stuff, but she's at 2.2 million. Asa from Nigeria, she's at 3.9 million. And Nara, she's at 1.42 billion. Waji, I like her too. She's from Nigeria. She's at 2.9 million. And Nara, she's at 106 billion. Cynthia Morgan from Nigeria, she's at 2.4 million. And Nara, she's at 876 million. Let's see who else. Nanika, she's from Nigeria. She's at 2 million. And Nara, she's at 730 million Naras. Nyola, I'm loving her too. She's from Nigeria. She's at $1.1 million US. And Nara, she's at 402 million Naras. Sinach, she's on the gospel side. She's at $1 million. Laura George, Nigerian gospel. She's at 400,000 US. Nikki Laoya from Nigeria. She's at 450,000. Then we got Simi. Now that's another one. She was in your background short minutes ago. Simi. She has her own sound or voice. A lot of artists, the Nigerian artists, are using. I'm not using her, but adding her to their feature, and it sounds pretty good. So I'm really looking at her, but she's at 800,000. Leona Lewis, I'm looking at her because she's worth $30 million, and she's from the UK. I got to see how she interacts because we're gonna have an artist from each continent. We're gonna plug our advertisement for our millionaires and our billionaire couple, but those artists have got to be already millionaires and able to handle our spectatorship, which can be as much as 150,000 capacity. So I'm observing all that before we add the other 4 female artists. The rest of them pretty much can handle it, but I may make some changes on the men's side as well, as far as the visuals for the investments. We know we got the millionaires and all that, but their performance as millionaires and billionaires, some of them have their own labels, and some of them they're their own producers, and they have their own artists. So where they are the millionaires and we're investing in them, and they're not performing on their label, they got some top-notch artists that they can bring along on the table where they can put them under their label, producers and all that, because they're the producers of the label and the person. They can push their own artists that they feel under their millionaire status, that these are the artists that they would like to feature under their name. That would work as well. So if we went for an artist and he was worth $825 million or so, and he doesn't perform that much, but he has an artist that's like pow wow, she's worth da 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 da, we can still invest in that millionaire, and he can plug his artist that he know can handle that $150,000. I'm not the 150,000 capacity crowd that we will feature as one of the entities that we're looking at to feature our $30 billion world investment too. But anyway, Leona Lewis, we told you she's from Britain, and she's from the UK at 30 million. Then we got Jessie J. That's another one from the UK. She's at 8 million US, and in euros, she's at 5.5 million euros. Okay, we got Toby Alati. She's on the gospel side from Nigeria. She's at 5 million. Stefan London, I tell you about her. I'm loving her. I'm watching her videos. I'm watching her interviews. I'm watching her as she traveled through the U.S. She's from the UK. I tell you, she's mixed with some Jamaican. She got some Holland, Netherlands mixed, and she's been raised in the UK. So you know she's a mixed hot girl. How about that? Miss Stefan London. Love that name. She's worth already $1.5 million. And then I just discovered and added her. She's an old school girl. I did not know, and as I'm coming into this side of the world, because I'm on the jazz side basically, I'm a little bit of everything, but I started out in jazz. I just discovered in my research Sade. I did not know Sade was from Africa. You got to keep up with your information in order to keep up with what's going on. So I added Sade in. Sade, her net worth, old school girl, she's at 70 million. So we're gonna feature all our millionaires, that's for sure. It's gonna be some old school, some new school, some day school, some been done school. It's gonna be all of them, but they gotta be millionaires. They must be millionaires to be able to be featured in our $30 billion World Investment Tour. And as we're going along, we're gonna bring those. We're grooming our millionaires. Sorry. We're grooming millionaires, which these will be new artists that's coming on the block. As we, that's T-Song Records, LLC, as we sign artists to our label that we're branding with T-Song, we'll be grooming those artists to become millionaires. And we'll be featuring them as we're featuring our own little prodigy. We got some that we're looking at. And then I'll tell you about him on the next broadcast, because that's a guy that we are featuring to brand on our label. But we're working with him to make sure that when he hits the scene, he's all that in a piece and a bowl of soup, we call it that. But anyway, we're right at time. We're getting a little bit off things. So we're still looking for some DJs, but we can have a DJ company. She's worth $20 million. And I'm sure she can DJ when the live performing artists taking a break. She can step right in at $20 million, and she can take over and just feature herself. We'll feature her, and so that she can sit in for the artists when they need a break. Because we're going to 7 continents, but we're going to start with our own festival on our own ground. And my husband's not an artist or anything. He's not a photographer, but he did some okay pictures. Enough for us to see the land, see him on it, so we know that, the land exists with him on it. And, of course, the wife got to do a double check. I'll be going there right after Christmas time, and I got to see everything for myself, because we got to make sure everything's copacetic. And, that's what we say in the South. And I'll make sure that land, I'll be the photographer on that setting. I'll take some better shots, but you'll get to see what he did. And you just need to see the land. And in fact, that we got prime real estate near the Akure Ondo State, Nigeria airport. It's a small airport, but we're right there when they step off the plane for the concert. And the ground looks pretty decent. And so investors, you can invest also in that. You can invest in our $30 billion World Investment Tour, which allows us to start our tour right on our own land, and then we'll move on to the rest of the lands. We got to see what we can do with what we got, and what we got is a nice piece of prime real estate that can give opportunities for some new artists can come rolling through there. But we're going to be sitting, because we know right now, I know, in case you don't know, that Afrobeat is hot. So why not drop it where it starts? And that's in Africa. It's right there. And we're going to make it happen in and on our land in Akure Ondo State in Nigeria. That's where we want to start the tour, on our grounds, which we will be utilizing for festivals. Ongoing festivals starting from the #1 continent and the #1 country where the Afrobeat is going and hot right now. And that's in Africa, Nigeria, Africa. Of course, Africa is the continent, that's #1. And Nigeria is where that heat is coming from. That Afrobeat with that Naira heat, I'm going to call it. That's where it's coming from. So anyway, tonight, we're right down to the wire. I'm see where we're at now. See, we had 30 minutes. That's what my broadcast is, 30 minutes with 16 seconds and counting down. So I'm going to see you guys tonight on W.O.W, Women on Wednesday, Millionaire Music Artists. Come out and join me. And I want to thank that person for coming out. There's one day, I can't see the rest of it. I'll give you a thank you and wave at you. Hi, whoever you are. I see you're out there, and tell some friends to come out. I'll see you. We're down to 48, 49 seconds and counting. Tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time. Check your clocks so you need to see where we at. Sorry. Bye for now. Saranara and Wandi Bagali. I'll see you tonight. Sayonara.